Hello and happy Flip It Friday. Welcome to Flip It Friday and thank you for joining in today. Sorry for the delay in getting started this morning or this afternoon. We're going to take you for a little journey this morning, and I'd love for you to join me in taking the vibrations of Music Monday and diving a little bit deeper with focus and conversation to discover the gems and the meaning of the chosen Music Monday song for this week, which is Wide Awake by Katy Perry. So I know I'm wide awake this morning with some of the foibles that have happened. And, you are being a part of Arrival Coaching's Thrive movement by joining in on Fridays for the Flip It Friday conversation. I'm Beth Myers. I'm a Law of Attraction Empowerment Coach. I'm a mentor, and I'm also a speaker. And the Music Monday is posted each week on my Arrival Coaching Facebook page. And I take the lyrics of a song, and I love watching the music video as well, to be able to gain some meaning and finding some of those gems that help jumpstart our week to be more in a thrive mode as opposed to just let's survive this week mode. And I see Kathy is joining in today. Kathy, thank you so much for being here today. And I'm assuming you're with Mom and Jessica as well. So glad that you all are here today and sending my love. And I know Kim is going to be joining in here in just a minute. As you notice, we've had a little change in location and hoping to get settled in this space to be doing Flip It Fridays each week. So again, the empowerment word for this week is opportunities. And that's the empowerment word that we've been focused on this week. And we're going to dive deeper with Katy Perry's song, Wide Awake, and help us to be more awake and aware of some of the things that help raise our vibration each and every day. So, one of the things that we are going to do today, Kim, I see that you have joined in today as well. Thanks for being here. I knew you would be. And we're going to just take a look at the lyrics, a couple of lines in the lyrics. And I have them on what I mail out to people that are on my mailing list to have them share the musical musing each week that brings a little bit more insight from my perspective into some of the lyrics of the song. So this week I'd like to start with, I wish I knew then what I know now, wouldn't dive in, wouldn't bow down. Gravity hurts, you made it so sweet, till I woke up on the concrete. Now, in watching Katy Perry's video with this song, it's really interesting because it starts out with that darkness and it moves into the light. And a lot of times, we have these situations that seem like they're going to break us, that we've hit the concrete and we've broken into pieces and things just aren't the way that we thought that they might be. We've been searching, we, thought that we had it all figured out, and then all of a sudden something happens that just is not what we imagined it to be. And we feel, again, like we're just like Humpty Dumpty, splattered all over and not sure how to put the pieces back together. And we're going to talk a little bit about opportunities and how everything that happens in our life is an opportunity. And it may seem devastating at the moment, or like, how are we going to move through this? But those are just these learning opportunities to help us get really clear of what's most important in life. And, Marianne Williamson in the Course of Miracles talks about that really there are just two emotions in life. And that is we either are living in fear or we're living in love. And that fear and love are two polar opposites. And we live in a world that's full of lots of contrast. Fear, love, lack, abundance, feeling limited or feeling unlimited. And one of the things that's really important is to really think about, where do you want to operate from? What's most important to you? Is it living in fear, or is it living in love? And making those choices each and every day. Last week we talked a little bit about the importance of naming it, claiming it, and shifting it, as we flip it today on Flip It Friday. So one of the things that I want to be able to talk a little bit about today is emotions. And emotions are really just energy in motion. And one of the biggest things that's so important is, when we are feeling a particular emotion, is to breathe it in and take that breath out and release. We don't want to hold on to our emotions and not release and let them out, especially if they're those lower vibrating emotions like fear, grief, despair. Anger is a lower vibrating emotion. It's higher than despair and grief. So even feeling anger about something when you've been feeling a lot of grief is better than staying stuck in that emotion of grief or despair or feeling hopeless. So remembering that vibrations move up and they move down, and our emotions are ever flowing, just like emotions that, they ebb and they flow, just like the ocean does. Flowing in, the tide comes in, the tide goes out. So naming what it is that you're feeling is really important. Take the opportunity in the present moment. How are you feeling right now? So if you want to, type that in the chat. Type that in the comment below. Kim, I see you're saying hello to everyone. Love, love, love is right. That's where it's at. That's where I make the choice. I make the choice every day to feel what I'm feeling, to name it, no matter what that feeling is. And then I claim it. And I really step into, what is this emotion trying to communicate to me? Our emotions are always that energy in motion. They are trying to communicate with us. And if we pay attention to what that emotion is by naming it and then claiming it and saying, wow, I am feeling angry. And that feeling is okay. Whatever feeling you're having, that is an okay feeling to feel in the moment. And then you have to make the choice of, do I want to stay here? Do I want to stay in this emotion? Or do I want to shift it? That's where you have choice. And we talked about the 3 C's during our episode on momentum. And we talked about how we always have a choice. Then we can make the commitment and follow through with consistency. So today, if we talk about emotions and being able to look at the emotions that we feel, because the energy, that's our energy in motion. We name it, we claim it, and then we go ahead and we decide if we're going to shift it. And Kathy's saying Jessica's feeling happy. Great to hear that, Jessica. Kathy, you're not sure how you're feeling, and my mom is snoring. Wow, her energy is in motion with recharging and resting and practicing that self-care that is needed to move through her day today to enjoy the rest of the joy that she can embrace today. Kimberly said, I feel love that I didn't win Publishers Clearinghouse today, but I know someone did, and I love that feeling of just knowing that. Kim, that is awesome. Embracing where you are, not deciding to be stuck in an emotion that you know is not serving you or others around you, and being grateful for the opportunity for someone to win that money. So, hey, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. And Kathy's saying Beth is ready to exercise. Yes. And by the way, Kathy, I was consistent with my commitment. I did get on the exercise bike last night at 10 o'clock p.m. before I went to bed, and I slept really, really well. So one of my commitments this October has been to exercise and to move into being consistent with that, just like I've been consistent with meditating every day. So I do want you to know that I did do that, Kathy. So thank you for saying about that. And I've already exercised for today. So my exercise today, right now, with everybody in the moment, is to help us see how we can name it, claim it, and shift it. And that has to do with our emotions, energy and motion. Every feeling that we experience, every moment is an opportunity to decide how we want to deal with it by naming the feeling, claiming it, acknowledging and saying, it's okay to have this emotion. Not the message that I got as a child that it's not okay to feel that way. It's not okay to feel angry. Nice girls, good girls don't feel angry. It's embracing it and saying it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel blah on a rainy day. But then deciding, hey, I get to make the choice. I get to make the choice to decide if I want to shift it. Because I can flip the emotion from not being in the same mode that it has been. So I invite you to do that, to see the opportunities that you have. And the song Wide Awake really spoke to me this week in particular, because it says, I'm wide awake. Yeah, I'm born again, out of the lion's den. I don't have to pretend, and it's too late. The story's over now, the end. And then it goes into, I wish I knew then what I know now. And, you know, we can all say, I wish I knew that back then. But this is the present. This is the opportunity to be present in this moment and to decide to shift it, to move it forward, and to, wake up to our reality. I believe that the earth is helping us to wake up with all of the different things that have been occurring in our world. Most recently, this past week in California with the wildfires. And it brought me to the quote by Joseph Campbell that says, opportunities to find deeper powers within ourselves comes when life seems most challenging. And I feel like Katy Perry's song, Wide Awake, really brings forth that message of how important it is to pay attention to the opportunities. Pay attention to those emotions, which are energy in motion. Emotions in motion. Energy is really what emotions are. They're just our energy within ourselves that are communicating to us. They're telling us with our emotional guidance system what we're feeling so that we can tap into that, so that we can move forward with the opportunity that is presented to ourselves to either stay stuck where we are, to claim it and say, I'm stuck in this story. Yeah, everything's terrible. It's horrible. There's all this terrible stuff going on. And I just feel like everything's going to hell in a handbasket. Well, we can choose to live there. We can choose to stay in that fear. Or we can choose to say, wow, look at how people are pulling together. Look how people are shifting what's happening by responding in helpful ways. Pulling together. Realizing how important love is. How important healing is. How important it is to hold people in that space of love and light. And not stay stuck in the despair and the fear. We can name our feelings. We can claim them. Hey, it's okay to feel this way, whatever you're feeling in the moment. And that you have the power and the choice to shift it. Hey, Candace, I'm so glad to see that you're joining in today. And Cambria, so glad that you are here with us as well. Sorry, we got a little late start today. Had a little blip on the radar this morning, which was a learning opportunity to be able to move through and move on. And we're just talking a little bit about Katy Perry's song, Wide Awake. And Cambria saying, good morning, only here for a moment. Thanks for your contribution. Thank you, Cambria. And thanks for your contribution to helping people live a more abundant and joyful life in all that you do to assist people. And Candace is saying, hey there to you as well. And I would love to know if any of you have a line or lyric in the song that you are drawn to in the song Wide Awake. Kathy saying, happy Friday the 13th and make it your lucky day. Shift the bad rap about unlucky. I love that, Kathy. And I was so excited to see that this show on opportunities was going to be on October 13th because, you think about perceptions. People perceive that Friday the 13th is an unlucky day. I happen to think it's a very lucky day because every day that we are here to play on this playground of earth together is a lucky day. And there is so much to embrace in this world and so much love and light that each one of us have to bring each and every day. And I hope that you will make that choice for yourself today to be in the mode of thriving in your life and seeing it as a day to name it, claim it, and shift it as you flip the perspective of Friday the 13th. And Cambria saying, shucks, I received that. And Candace is saying Friday the 13th is always a very lucky day for you and your husband. Wow, that is awesome, Candy. Is it a special day for you in particular? It just has always been just a special day where cool things happen to you. And maybe your intention is that you've set for Friday the 13th is it is a lucky day. Because what we put out there, the energy and the vibrations that we put out there, they come back to us. And when we put that intention out that it is a lucky day, then we receive that back. So I'm not sure where we are on our time. I'm thinking that we're probably close to the 20-minute mark. And Candy's saying it's just always been a good day for you. I'm so glad to hear that, and keep on keeping on with that. And, I just hope that each one of you will, just like music brings energy and vibration, remember that so are you, your energy, and so are your emotions. And I hope you take time to raise your vibration through music, through something that feeds your soul, or some type of inspiration. And I wish for you to be true, be you, and to thrive. So until next time, next Friday at noon on Arrival Coaching. Judy, so glad to see that you joined in. You'll have to catch the replay of the beginning of this for today. And I wish each of you a fabulous Friday. Flip it as you name it, claim it, and shift it. And until next time, much love.